AJ Lee's retirement was officially announced on this past Raw. And honestly, I'm just going to say this. It was expected. We all knew down the line that AJ Lee kind of became a little bit disenchanted with the entire business in general with that tweet that she made with Stephanie McMahon. So honestly, I really wasn't surprised that she was actually going to leave, especially the fact that her husband made that epic exit. But the one thing that I'm going to say this, and I actually did talk to Mr. Griffin about this, and we're pretty much in agreement when it comes to this. AJ Lee did the best way possible. She did the most appropriate, most honorable way possible. Instead of just dipping out, she actually just made a formal announcement on Twitter, and they actually did post it. They actually did put it up on Raw that following night. I think she did the best she did, the best she could in her career. She did a great job of her career. And honestly, she did the most appropriate thing that she could ever do. She probably gave her 2-week notice. I don't know if it was 2 weeks, but in this term, yes, she did. She did it in the most honorable way possible by just making an announcement and just quietly leaving instead of just making a grand the pomp and circumstance about it or just making it as traumatic as possible. She just left. And I think that's the most honorable way of doing it. Unlike Phil Brooks, who just up and dipped out. Now, well, that's a whole new story for that. But besides all that, the biggest question is now that AJ Lee is gone, who's going to fill those shoes? Who's going to fill that void? What's going to happen to the Divas Division? Here's my thoughts on this, my personal theories. The Divas Division is going to be fine. There are many other divas in NXT that are able to not necessarily fill the shoes because there was only one AJ Lee. But there are many divas out there that actually do have the potential to do well when they reach the roster. Now, I can go into how they're booked and all that other stuff, but that's not about that. It's about their skills. We got a whole lot of divas in mind on NXT that will do well when they reach the Raw roster. We got Charlotte. We got Sasha Banks. We got Bayley. We got Alexa Bliss. There are many other divas, NXT divas, that can fill that position to where the Divas Division will still be okay. Not to mention that it's in the same situation if you honestly think about it. Like when CM Punk actually left the WWE, who was there to actually fill that void? Daniel Bryan. What happened with Daniel Bryan? He went on up to have pretty much the pinnacle of his career by winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30. Honestly, it's the same scenario. Now that AJ Lee is gone, who is filling that void heading on up to the Divas Championship? Naomi. Naomi is next in line to be the Divas Champion. And honestly, it's well deserved. She is a great wrestler. She is the most athletic on the roster. And honestly, I don't see anybody more capable of filling in that void than her. Not to mention, she's had some great, well, she hasn't really been in many feuds, but she's had some great matches. And she's getting better by the day. So honestly, now that AJ Lee is gone, I still believe the Divas Division is going to continue to go on. Not to mention, you have somebody else to fill that void right now, like Naomi. She's not the top face in the Divas Division, but I mean, she's not really the top diva in the Divas Division, in other words, but she's getting there. She's pretty much on that race to get the belt. And now that AJ Lee is gone, she's paving the way for other divas to pretty much reach that mark. So I wish her well. She had a really great career. She's had very memorable moments and very memorable feuds. She pretty much put the Divas Division on the map to be noticed again. So she really had a great legacy. And now that she left as honorable as she did, she left with grace and honor. And I think that's great. I think what she did was really great. But now she's actually paving the way for other divas to take over. So honestly, in my opinion, the Divas Division is going to be fine. There are many other people that can fill that hole. And right now, just like the same scenario, Naomi is pretty much filling that void at this moment. But guys, I want to hear your personal thoughts. How do you feel about this? Leave a comment in the comment section below or send a video response on your personal feelings towards AJ Lee's leaving, your thoughts on why she left, all this other stuff, as well as the actual future of the Divas Division now she's gone. Who do you think will fill in that void? I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this. This is Nation Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.